He's the longest-serving Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, the man who has shaped the destiny of Japan for the better part of this decade. He's resigning from the Prime Minister's office due to ill health. Shinzo Abe's term in office would have ended in September 2021, but he won't complete it. His health has come in his way. His decision ends intense speculation over his political future. In a span of 1 week, Abe visited the hospital twice. The visits triggered questions over his health. We reported this story on Gravitas earlier this week. The question being asked was this: is Shinzo Abe fit to be in office? Today, the Japanese Prime Minister put the question and the speculation to rest. He's suffering from a relapse of ulcerative colitis. This is an inflammatory bowel disease. It causes long-lasting inflammation and ulcers in the digestive tract of the body.
I needed to fight against the disease and be treated. And I was not really in a perfect state in terms of health condition. And still, I had to make important political decisions. I cannot make any mistakes in terms of important decision making. The support of the people. I needed to respond to this with confidence. I cannot do this, and I made a decision to not continue my job as the Prime Minister.
This is a disease that Shinzo Abe has lived with since he was a teenager, a chronic condition. It led to his first resignation in 2007. Reports say Shinzo Abe will now receive treatment with a new and promising drug. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi sent his best wishes through this tweet. He said, "Pained to hear about your ill health. I wish and pray for your speedy recovery." Similar messages have come from elsewhere. Abe's decision effectively means that he will exit public life. He's Japan's longest-serving Prime Minister. Abe has been in office since 2012, so nearly 8 years now. And that's truly remarkable considering the fact that Japan saw 6 Prime Ministers in 6 years. This was before Abe took office in 2012. And in the 8 years that he's been Prime Minister, Abe has done a lot. He oversaw Japan's recovery from a devastating earthquake, a tsunami, and a nuclear disaster. He introduced stimulus policies to revive the economy of Japan. These measures led to the nickname Abenomics. Under Shinzo Abe, Japan made defense expenditure a priority. In 2017, he scrapped the rule that restricted defense spending to just 1% of the GDP. Under him, Japan's defense budget has shot up by 13%. 1-3. Shinzo Abe's endgame was, of course, to revise Japan's pacifist constitution, a constitution that forbids the use of force as a means to settle international disputes. It forbids Japan from maintaining its own defense forces. Japan does not have an army. Abe wanted to change that. The plan may now have to wait. Another accomplishment is working with Donald Trump. It is quite an achievement. Most world leaders are struggling on this front. But Shinzo Abe has kept the boat steady. As North Korea tested more missiles, Japan became a closer strategic partner of the US. Abe had his moments with the President Trump, though, like this handshake in 2017. Who can forget that eye roll? Well, what happens next then? Shinzo Abe will remain in office until a successor is chosen. His announcement has led to a vote in his party, the Liberal Democratic Party. Next Tuesday, they'll decide how to hold an internal election to find Abe's replacement. And after that, there'll be a parliamentary vote to elect the new Prime Minister. Some names are already doing the rounds. The first one is Taro Aso, the finance minister and the deputy prime minister of Japan, a core member of Team Abe and political royalty. Just like Shinzo Abe, he too is the grandson of a former premier. The next name on the list is Shigeru Ishiba, a former defense minister known for his hawkish policy stance. He had defeated Shinzo Abe in the first round of the party presidential election in 2012, but he lost in the second round. Contender number 3 is this man, Fumio Kishida. He served as the foreign minister under Shinzo Abe from 2012 to 2017, reports say he was less keen on revising the pacifist status of Japan's constitution.